Good night, teacher. We are going to present our learning outcome about the strategies of curriculum evaluation, supervision, and decision making. But first, what is curriculum evaluation? Curriculum evaluation is the process of assessing the effectiveness, quality, and relevance of an instructional curriculum. It involves gathering information, analyzing the information, and interpreting the information. Uh, Curriculum evaluation is concerned with a program of study, a course of study, and a field of study. What are the elements of curriculum evaluation? The elements of curriculum evaluation are the goals and objectives. The goals and objectives must be clear, specific, relevant, and appropriate for the desires of the educational goals. The content analysis. It is important to evaluate the accuracy and the appropriateness of the curriculum content, the depth of information, and the inclusion of diverse viewpoints. The teaching and learning methods. It is very important to evaluate instructional strategies, the methods and the resources we use to deliver the information to the students. And the student assessment, it is important to evaluate the fit between learning objectives, instructional activities, and the assessment tasks that should be valid, realistic, and fair. The outcomes and the impact. It is important to know that we must assess the extent of the curriculum by its intended learning outcomes. Now, we have the reasons for curriculum evaluation. Curriculum evaluation is important to assure the quality of the education. It is important to improve and enhance the different strengths and weaknesses in order to make the necessary changes and improve our curriculum. The accountability. It is important to provide evidence of the effectiveness and the impact of the curriculum to stakeholders and other personnel. The adaptation of changing needs. It is important to evaluate the curriculum to cover some changes on the society and some needs the demands of the students. And it is important finally for a continuous improvement. It is very important to always improve the curriculum and to have good results and to always give feedback to our curriculum.
Okay, so now I'm going to talk about the curriculum evaluation models. It's important that exists a lot of models, but we choose two. The first one is Tyler Objective Center Model, and it was proposed by Ralph Tyler, and this model is rational and systematic. It focuses on attention and curricular strengths and weaknesses rather than being concerned only with the performance of individual students. It also emphasized the importance of a continuous cycle of assessment, analysis, and improvement. And at the end of this evaluation, it's important to analyze the results in order to determine strengths and weaknesses of the curriculum and to identify explanations about the reasons for these particular patterns. And finally, use these results to make the necessary modifications in the curriculum. The second one is Stufelbeam's context, input, process, and product model. This model seem to appeal to educational leaders because it emphasized the importance of producing evaluative data for decision making. In fact, decision making was the sole justification for evaluation. To service the needs of decision makers, this model provides a means for generating data relating to four stages: context evaluation, input evaluation, process evaluation, and product evaluation. Okay, so now how curriculum evaluation is conducted. A curriculum evaluation is a systematic process that involves assessing the effectiveness, relevance, and quality on an educational curriculum. The following are some common steps involved in conducting curriculum evaluation. The first one is establishing evaluation goals. This includes identifying the specific aspects of the curriculum that need to be assessed, The second is developing evaluation criteria. The third is data collection. The data collected should be relevant to the evaluation goals and criteria established. The next is data analysis. The five is interpretation and recommendations. And finally, implementations of recommendation. The final step is communicate the evaluation results and recommendations to the relevant stakeholders and make the required changes.
Now talking about supervision, what is it? According to National Center for Education Statistics curriculum, supervision is a training program designed to equip individuals with the skills and knowledge needed to oversee instructional and support staff within a school environment. It means that mainly supervision is focused on to know how the curriculum is working in any institution. The supervision can be made by outsiders or insiders. Outsiders are the people who works outside the school or institution, and insiders the people who works inside institution. The main characteristics of this is planning and development. It means that here the supervisor is going to plan what he's going to evaluate or what he wants to achieve with this. Then instructional leadership. It is related to how the teachers give strong instructions and manage the group. Assessment and evaluation, how the students are evaluated within the curriculum. Professional development, how the teachers teach the class and what strategies do they use in order to the students learn in a better way. Then collaboration and communication. Supervision is made in collaboration because, as I mentioned before, here we work with outsiders and insiders to have a better idea about what things we have to improve. Importance of curriculum evaluation. Here we have some examples of why it is important. First of all, is to ensuring quality of education because we're going to know the weaknesses and strengths that our curriculum has. Assessing students' learning outcomes, promoting collaboration and coherence, adapting to changing needs, supporting equality and inclusion, and continuous improvement.
Then we have the supervisor's responsibilities. Well, they are in charge of monitoring the performance of all the people that are involved in the functioning of an institution. Also, proposing and supervising the professional training processes for all the teaching staff, then guiding the improvement of teachers' practices to improve the quality of the educational processes, and ensuring the proper use of the institution's infrastructure, facilities, and resources. Also, they are in charge of monitoring the evaluation indicators established by the school authorities to improve the teaching learning process, ensuring the maintenance of an adequate organizational climate for the achievement of students' learning, as well as for the professional development of the teachers. Also, supervisors are in charge of stimulating the proper use of time, both in the classroom and in all other activities, in order to optimize the learning time. And then we have guiding teachers on how to solve problems. So they are in charge of providing leadership and also feedback to the teachers. And finally, they are in charge of making reports about the performance and the conditions of the educational institutions.
And finally, we have decision making. So, decision making in curriculum evaluations refers to the process of making informed decisions based on systematic collection and analysis of data about a curriculum to improve its quality, effectiveness, and worthiness. So, also, it is important since the data gathered is used to inform decision-making processes, such as modifying curriculum content, instructional methods, or learning resources to enhance the effectiveness of the curriculum. Also, an effective decision-making in curriculum evaluation can improve the quality of education provided to students and ensure that the curriculum remains responsive to their needs and the broader education system. Overall, decision-making in curriculum evaluation is vital for continuous improvement and ensuring that the curriculum remains relevant and effective.
Okay, and then we have the types of decision making. And well, first we have the institutional decision that this decision are referred to related scheduling or policy making concerning programs and activities. And here it is important to mention that these decisions establish the quality of an institution. Then we have the strategy decisions, and well, these decisions are characterized for identifying the appropriate strategies and also the tactics to move the institution from one existed to another expected situation. Then we have the administrator's behaviors decision, and this this decision mentioned that the administrators must know themselves well and also others in order to take decisions about one's own response and behaviors. Then we have the status quo decision, and these decisions emerge when administrators decide not to change the situation. Then we have the deferred decision, and well, these decisions takes place when the decisions are postponed. Then we have the new course decisions, and well, these decisions are these decisions take place when when a new when well these decisions imply starting a new direction. And then we have the response decision, and well these decisions imply the actual response to the situation. And well then we have some decision making strategies. In here, the first one is the stakeholder engagement strategy. So in here, here actively involving teachers, students, parents, and community members in the decision making, taking into account their perspectives, their needs, and also considering all of these aspects in order to create a more inclusive and also effective curriculum. Then we have the research and evidence-based approach. Well, in here, using research, educational literature, and also evidence based on research helps to create a best curriculum, ensuring the integration of the educational standards and also enhancing the students' learning outcomes. Then we have the continuous evaluation and improvement. So in here, it is important to establish a system for evaluation, assessment, and also monitoring the curriculum's effectiveness. So in here, it is important to use data analysis, feedback from teachers and also from students, and external assessment in order to make informed decisions for engaging the curriculum. Then we have the instruction and inclusion. So in here, it is important to implement strategies that address the diverse learning needs and abilities of students, including their cultural, linguistic, and special educational needs, in order to ensure equitable access for education. And finally, we have the flexibility and adaptability. So in here, it is important to build flexibility and also adaptability into the curriculum, allowing for adjustments and revisions to address the needs, and also the technological advancements and changing educational aspects ensuring that the curriculum remains relevant and also responsive to evolving the educational requirements.